Right now, weekend mornings, funding for the UW system at the center of budget talks this week over diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. What students have to say.
And after a chilly start to the morning, temperatures are warming up. We're headed into the 80s. We'll see how long that warm weather will last coming up.
Plus, celebrating Juneteenth, state officials raising a flag for the holiday, with the governor saying he's committed to building a brighter future for our state. We have those stories and more. You're watching Weekend Mornings. It's Saturday, June 17th. I'm Cop Storsky along with Kelly Slifka. That's your first warm weather this morning. Kelly, it's going to be a pretty decent day, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, dress for the 80s today because it's going to be warming up a little bit warmer than where we were the last couple of days when we were stuck in the 70s. We started off in the upper 40s in Madison, but now we're up to 59, 63 in La Crosse, Lone Rock at 57, 63 currently in the Dells. We do have a southerly wind right now. A little bit of haze, a little bit of fog, especially in those valley spots, but you can see visibilities have improved from where they were earlier this morning. We're right now visibilities in Madison about 5 miles. So we'll look at the clouds, pretty much history now. Looking at a lot of sunshine today, just a little bit of haze from some of the smoke from the wildfires expected this afternoon. Looking at temperatures to climb into the lower 80s with southerly winds up there about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In La Crosse, sunshine, few clouds trying to roll in during the afternoon with a southerly wind up there around 10 miles an hour and temperatures in the lower 80s. Do have a possibility of a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow. We'll see what we can expect out of that coming up in your full forecast in about 15 minutes.
Thanks, Kelly. We'll check back in just a bit. La Crosse Police, State Patrol, and area medical units were on scene this morning of an unconfirmed shooting on La Crosse's 3rd Street in downtown. WKBT staff reported to the scene just around after 2 a.m. and confirmed the heavy police presence. Staff later saw 2 ambulances drive off scene with lights on. Witnesses told News 8 staff multiple people were shot in an apparent drive-by shooting at around 2. One witness at the nearby La Crosse beer house told News 8 they saw at least 3 people on the ground after hearing gunshots. La Crosse's police have not confirmed any information at this point. The UW system's diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts were at the center of budget talks at the Capitol this week. Braden Ross spoke with students now on the UW-Madison campus Friday to hear their thoughts on the issue.
It's a ridiculous effort on his part.
A tense week at the Capitol for the UW system.
We believe what we believe.
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos saying he wants to cut UW's budget by $32 million because of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Governor Evers threatening to veto the entire budget if he does.
If the governor would make a mistake and try to pick one thing out of a $80 billion budget to say we have to spend money how he sees fit, that's not going to work.
It's a conversation UW System President Jay Rothman says is broader than just DEI.
My commitment to our DE&I efforts have been, I've reiterated that multiple times. And again, I think this is ultimately coming down to workforce. Wisconsin's in a war for talent. We need to have more graduates.
But on UW-Madison's campus, students say attracting and keeping students won't be easy without DEI.
If they don't see any place where they're represented or being supported, then there's no reason for them to come here. And that's a huge loss.
Engineering students I talked to say DEI programs have been a cornerstone of their UW experience.
It really helps us get through the day because sometimes, like, without that community, it makes it really hard to get through this program in the same way that, like, other students would be able to.
After a racist video of a UW-Madison student went viral this spring, students renewed calls for more commitment to DEI. Now they say losing that funding would be a step in the wrong direction.
I think to strip that away takes us backwards, and I think it would really do more harm than good.
Work on the budget is still ongoing, and there's no sign yet the budget writing committee will actually go through with making these cuts. Both northbound and southbound lanes on Highway 35 near Genoa were shut down Friday night due to a critical incident. The closure was near the decommissioned Station 3 power plant. Vernon County Sheriff Roy Torgerson confirmed to News 8 that law enforcement was responding to a, quote, critical incident, but declined to say what happened.
Scene is right along State Highway 35. It's very close to the power plant, just north of the power plant.
He would not confirm whether or not the incident was an officer-involved shooting, which is what some have reported. However, he did go on to say there is no danger to the public. An update now on that deadly plane crash in Watertown. One of the 2 victims has been identified. 8-year-old Colin Strebe died after the small plane he was in crashed in a park Wednesday. Somerville School Principal Garrett Shensky confirmed Collins' death in a letter to families Friday. Authorities have not identified the other victim in the crash. The FAA and National Transportation Safety Board are leading the investigation into what caused this crash. Tim Lamons, Executive Director of Communications for the Madison Metropolitan School District, is currently on leave from his position. The decision comes in the wake of the public release of documents that alleged he bullied and retaliated against others in the department. Lamons had previously sued the district to prevent the documents from being public, arguing their release would harm his reputation. But a judge ruled against him last month. The district says it will conduct a full review of the communications department's operations, structure, and, quote, human interactions. A fatal crash occurred last night in Rock County. According to the sheriff's office there, it was a single vehicle crash happening around 5:57 p.m. near West Avon North Town Line Road. An initial investigation found that the vehicle was operated by a 54-year-old Broadhead man who was the sole occupant. He was ejected from the vehicle, being transported to the Mercy Trauma Center in Janesville, where he was pronounced dead. The crash is under investigation. Some state news now. On Friday, Governor Tony Evers and members of Wisconsin's Legislative Black Caucus raised the Juneteenth flag over the state capitol. This is the fourth year in a row the flag has been raised. The date is marked as a celebration of the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States.
But this action does sound a message loud and clear that in Wisconsin, we celebrate Black history and culture, we celebrate the progress and resilience of Black communities, and we are committed to build a brighter future for our state.
The flag will fly outside of the King Street entrance to the Capitol building and is replacing the Progress Pride flag until Monday. Other flags that typically fly over the Capitol will not be disrupted. In other state news, Wisconsin Republicans are gathering in La Crosse for their annual state party convention. One of the big topics on their mind is unseating Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin in next year's election. However, they first need somebody to run against the incumbent senator. UW La Crosse professor Anthony Sherwogoski says Western Wisconsin will be a key area for them to win.
The Republicans might try to nominate someone who can win back some of those suburban voters, particularly in the Milwaukee area. That used to be really the heart and soul of the Republican Party in Wisconsin, and they're just seeing some erosion of their support in the Milwaukee suburbs.
There have been many names floated around, including Northwood's Congressman Tom Tiffany. He is expected to speak this weekend. Republicans may be wondering, will Donald Trump participate in the party's first debate in August? It's set to take place in Milwaukee. Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel said Friday that Trump has not yet indicated what he's going to do. This follows reports the former president has considered skipping one or both of the first two Republican primary debates. The RNC chairwoman also defended the party's decision to require participants in the first debate to sign a so-called loyalty pledge to support the party's eventual nominee. Meanwhile, former President Trump's running mate Mike Pence is continuing to try to find ways to separate himself from the former president while not angering his supporters. Speaking in Huntsville, Alabama Friday, Pence had this to say about the charges brought against Trump and the Biden administration's role in the indictment.
It was a sad day for the country to see a former president of the United States in a criminal court facing an indictment brought by the administration of the president that had defeated him and who he may well face again in the future.
Earlier this week, the former president got a fundraising boost on the heels of his federal indictment, raising more than $2 million at an event hours after his court appearance in Miami. A Pittsburgh jury on Friday found guilty of all charges the man who gunned down worshipers at the Tree of Life Synagogue in 2018. Among the charges against Robert Bowers are 11 counts of obstruction of the free exercise of religious beliefs resulting in death. That's a capital offense, making the 50-year-old eligible for the death penalty. Bowers was also convicted of 11 counts of hate crimes resulting in death. Next, the trial will enter a second phase in which the jury will decide whether to sentence him to death. Also yesterday, Iowa's Supreme Court declined to lift a ban on 6-week abortions. The court was deadlocked on the issue. In a 3-3 vote, that means the previously implemented ban on the state's heartbeat law will remain in place. The net result is abortion will remain legal in Iowa for up to 20 weeks into pregnancy. Happening today, the Madison area parade of homes is officially underway. Here's a sneak peek at some of the new homes for viewing in the 608. These homes are part of the cluster in the Windsor Gardens neighborhood of Sun Prairie. Another parade site is Arboretum Village in Waunakee. There are also scattered site homes individually located in distinct neighborhoods across the Madison area. This year, there are 26 different homes by 22 local builders with something for everyone to see.
The Madison area builders has been doing the parade of homes since the 1950s, and it seems like every year there's something new. It's exciting, and it's been a tremendous group of people that have put these homes together.
The Spring Parade of Homes happens now through Sunday, June 25th. A link to buy tickets is on channel3000.com. Also today, those near Bangor can take part in the annual Irish Road Bowling event. It's a competition to see who can take the fewest throws to propel a metal ball along a predetermined course of curvy roads. The group is expecting about 18 two-person teams to compete. It runs from 11 to 1 p.m. at the address seen on your screen. It certainly seems like a lot of fun. And still ahead, deadly tornadoes touched down in Florida and Texas this week, and there's signs it's not over yet. Details ahead. And you're taking a live look outside. Kelly has your full forecast just ahead.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
It's Hy-Vee's Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. 8-ounce New York strips, just $6.99. Whole beef briskets, just $3.88 a pound. And Smithfield bacon, only $2.99. Only at Hy-Vee. This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
If you're a homeowner looking to make improvements to your home this spring, there's a product now available in your area that's going to save you thousands of dollars on your home's most important investment, your roof. Roof rejuvenation from Greener Shingles will add 5 to 15 years of life to your existing roof without having to go through an expensive roof replacement. I'm here with Russell Beckham, and he's a local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles that's helping homeowners save big money with roof rejuvenation. Russell, explain the roof rejuvenation process from Greener Shingles.
Roof rejuvenation is the process of reintroducing the protective qualities back into asphalt shingles, such as the flexibility, the granular adhesion, and also adding resistance to hail impact.
That's pretty amazing. Call now for a free roof inspection and see if your roof qualifies for roof rejuvenation from your local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles. The number is on the screen right now, but don't just take it from Russell and me. Listen to some of our happy customers.
I was just in the backyard the other day, doing yard work and stuff, and I can't help but to look at my roof because the way it looked before and the way it looks now is just unbelievable.
It appears we probably saved around $20,000 by doing this process.
Save money in 2023 by extending the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years.
Call the number on the screen right now for a free roof inspection and learn more about roof rejuvenation from your local Greener Shingles dealer. Call now.
It's Hy-Vee's Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. Value packs of Hy-Vee chicken breasts, just $2.99 a pound. Pork loin back ribs, just $2.98 a pound. And fresh Perlasso Atlantic salmon fillets, only $9.98 a pound. This Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
All right, good morning. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka. A really nice start to our Saturday after starting off in the 40s for some this morning, so it was chilly, but now we are starting to warm up with the sunshine. Can see a little bit of milkish white in the sky, and that's some of that smoke that we've obviously been dealing with. Probably going to have to deal with that for the foreseeable future. Right now, though, we are looking at our visible cloud track. You can see most of Wisconsin just black there, and that means it's completely clear. See those towering white thunderstorm clouds out there in western Minnesota and parts of Iowa. Those are thunderstorm complexes that have been developing over the last couple of days, and they'll continue to develop. May lead to an isolated shower or thunderstorm rolling in here tomorrow, but it's a pretty slim chance. Watching these storms as they fire up across the plains, Nebraska, parts of Kansas, the Dakotas, into western Minnesota. This is by tomorrow or this afternoon. Most of western Minnesota are going to get some relief with some rain. Western Iowa seeing some of that rain, but as it gets toward Wisconsin, a lot of that fizzles. May see a brief shower, it looks like, for the Cooley region tomorrow morning. And then as we get in the afternoon, there's a possibility of some of these showers reaching the Madison area, but this is going to be fairly light amounts, and most of us probably won't even see them. That's our only opportunity of rain over the next week or so. Right now, we're starting out at 59 in Madison, 63 in La Crosse, 63 in the Dells, 63 in Mineral Point, Janesville at 57. So we're starting to warm up after a chilly start to the morning. Now, this is taking a look at what we can expect as far as rainfall going through next Friday, so basically a week from now. Hardly anything in the Madison area. Getting to southeastern Wisconsin doesn't even paint anything, but only about 1/10 of an inch for most. Get a little bit closer to the western border, especially northwestern Wisconsin, maybe talking about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. But even in the Cooley region, I wouldn't expect anything more than 1/4 of an inch. Drought monitor, all of southern Wisconsin. You can see that painted in the brown. That is indicating a moderate drought, and much of the state, at least in the abnormally dry conditions. And we'll continue that stretch of dry weather, but it's going to be a nice Saturday afternoon for us as we climb in the mid-70s by the noon hour. A little bit of haze from some of the smoke of the wildfires, but a lot of sunshine today as we head into the lower 80s this afternoon, so it's going to be warm. Now, tomorrow morning, seeing some of these showers that roll through Minnesota, start to reach the Mississippi River Valley here. La Crosse can see a couple of these showers roll through, Viroqua as well. Then as we get in the afternoon hours, it looks like another band of some showers and storms rolls on in. And this is where Madison would have the opportunity of seeing some rain. But it looks like the better chances are going to be west of Madison, let's say over toward Lone Rock, Richland Center, Prairie du Chien, looking at maybe a shower passing through. But as it approaches Madison, slim to none. Our forecast today, 82 this afternoon with hazy sunshine, 84 tomorrow with Father's Day. Maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm, the chance only about 20%. Look at these temperatures continue to climb through the 80s, approaching the lower 90s by Friday and Saturday. A little bit better chance of some rain and thunderstorms, it looks like, by Sunday and Monday of the following weekend. La Crosse, a little bit better of a chance later tonight, tomorrow morning of a shower or thunderstorm. We'll put that up about 20 to 30%. 88 expected Monday, well into the 90s much of next week, and a little bit better chances of some showers and thunderstorms, at least scattered storms, next weekend going into Monday of the following week.
Thank you so much, Kelly. A heat wave across the south could bring more severe weather this weekend after deadly tornadoes touched down in both Florida and Texas. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on the ongoing cleanup and some very close calls for survivors.
From the air, the tornado's path is a clear line of destruction. The small community of Perryton, Texas, ripped apart by a confirmed tornado. The storm left hundreds of buildings in rubble, tearing down Main Street and destroying at least 200 homes.
We could see like the actual tornado just right there beside our house. And it didn't actually get our house, it got the house over. And yeah, we barely beat it at the time.
The local hospital treated more than 100 people with injuries, and at least 3 deaths have been reported, including an 11-year-old boy. Texas Governor Greg Abbott deployed state emergency resources to help. Residents said they were combing through debris themselves, searching for survivors.
My brother's all like a tornado.
This man's house was hit while he and his brother held on in a bathroom.
We were just right here in front of the door huddling together. I was just holding him.
And in the Florida Panhandle near Pensacola, another tornado is blamed for 1 death after a tree fell on a home. That storm caused flash flooding with more than a foot of rain. In Escambia County, a sheriff's deputy was trying to help a man stuck in flood water when both were swept into a storm drain.
You okay, buddy? Can you believe what happened to us? Oh, just breathe. Just breathe, buddy. Oh, my God. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
They were underwater for 30 seconds, pushed 100 feet through the drain, grateful to survive.
Thank you.
Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has left Joint Base Andrews on a trip to meet with Chinese officials in Beijing. While there, Blinken will meet with senior PRC officials where he will discuss the importance of maintaining open lines of communication. The White House says it's a diplomatic move to responsibly manage the U.S.-PRC relationship. He will also raise bilateral issues of concern, global and regional matters and potential cooperation on shared transnational challenges. Royal fans in London were out in full force celebrating King Charles once again this Saturday. The military spectacle known as the Trooping of the Colors marks Charles' first official birthday celebration as a monarch. The annual event dates back to 1760. This year, King Charles becomes the first sovereign in over 30 years to ride horseback in the parade. He was joined by Prince William and his sister Princess Anne, along with 1,500 military officials. We'll still ahead on weekend mornings. There are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper shares his picks in 3 things to watch when we return.
If your kitchen is in need of a facelift, call the cabinet refacing experts at Mad City Kitchens. We are Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. We install in as little as 2 days. Plus, Mad City offers a price lock guarantee. With your free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. And now's a great time to call during big deal days. Save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. And a bonus, the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of a cabinet refacing project used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain? Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Talk to myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Our roof got damaged during Hurricane Ida last August. We answered some questions on Angie. Next thing we knew, we were put in contact with our Angie Pro. And then that weekend, they came out and we had a brand new roof.
Get started at Angie.com today.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Price pinch, give it the hammer. Workload overload, give it the hammer. When times get tough, the tough, give it the hammer. Arm & Hammer, more power to you.
At Lawton Cates, we connect you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. We hold the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and hospital bills, and we won't accept anything less than what you deserve. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
I bought the team!
Kevin?
I bought the team! I put it on my Chase Freedom Unlimited card. And I'm a cash back on a few other things, too. Starting with the sound system.
Gary from deep.
That's cash! I prefer the old intro! This is way better! I don't think so! Steph, one more thing. The team owner gets 5 minutes a game.
Cash Bros?
Woo! I like it. I'll break it to Clay. Cash back like a pro. With Chase Freedom Unlimited, how do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Good Saturday morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka. A nice start to our weekend. We're looking at sunshine after a cool start to the morning. We're warming up quickly. We've been watching these showers and thunderstorms develop over the plains. We've got some rain there in Nebraska, Kansas. Some of that will be headed into western Iowa and western Minnesota, but right now it looks like our only opportunity of rain will be a slight chance at that coming in tomorrow morning into the afternoon. Right now, 59 in Madison, 63 in La Crosse, Viroqua at 65, Lone Rock currently 57, the Dells 65. 57 yet, a little cooler there in Janesville. Most of the fog is now dissipating, just a little bit of haze from some of that low-level moisture that we've got. Temperatures climbing through the 70s into the lower 80s later this afternoon, so it should be nice and mild this afternoon. We're watching a cluster of storms, as mentioned, coming out of the plains. Some of that reaching the La Crosse area, the Mississippi Valley here, come tomorrow morning. These would be fairly brief, but at least there's that rain chance. Looks like southwestern Wisconsin will have a better chance going into the afternoon. But as they move toward Madison, a lot of these will start to weaken as we go into our Sunday afternoon for Father's Day. Hazy sunshine today, southerly winds only about 5 miles per hour, so light winds as we get in the low 80s. And we're back in the low 80s for La Crosse as well, with southerly winds closer to 10. Talk more about those rain chances, and we're heating up next week, coming up in about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Kelly. There's no shortage of films and shows streaming right now. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Do you have any books on Richard III, the King?
I know who you mean. We have 8 titles.
I'll take them.
Which ones?
All of them.
You haven't answered our calls. You haven't answered our texts. What have you been doing?
Newly streaming on Paramount Plus is the film The Lost King.
I'd like to visit his grave.
There isn't one. His mortal remains are lost to history.
I know I can find him.
Sally Hawkins stars in the movie based on real-life events as an amateur historian who goes to search for the burial site of Richard III.
How can you possibly find him on your own?
Finding a needle in a haystack would be easier.
This is starting to look a bit like an unhealthy obsession.
Plenty have tried to find him and failed.
I know you haven't been in work for the last 2 weeks.
Can you tell me what that letter represents?
Just means reserved.
The Lost King is streaming on Paramount Plus now.
We got a contract. You were the client's request.
Newly streaming on Netflix is the movie Extraction 2.
Right, everyone okay? Kids, you good?
Why did we come back for them? Do you know her? Tyler?
Chris Hemsworth returns as the Black Ops mercenary Tyler Rake, this time extracting a family in the film that takes action to the next level with a 21-minute-long single take.
He told me to find the reason I fought my way back. Let's find out.
Extraction 2 is streaming on Netflix now.
Hi, I'm Stan Lee, editor of the Marvel Comics group of superhero comic magazines.
And newly streaming on Disney Plus is the documentary Stan Lee.
We didn't have any money. It was during the Depression, but I would read everything I could get my hands on. And man, I felt as though I could go anywhere.
The doc takes a look at the life and career of one of the most influential figures in comic book history.
There are so many bad things in the world that if you can entertain somebody for a while, it's a good thing.
Stan Lee is streaming on Disney Plus now.
If you really want to change things and make them better, you've got to plunge in.
Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
And coming up next, a look at our top morning headlines. Stick with us. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers, an A+ rating with the BBB, and with kitchen cabinet refacing, we'll give your kitchen a brand new look and feel, including pull-out shelves, soft close doors and drawers, new countertops, and more, installed in as little as 2 days. Call for your free design consultation, and with our price lock guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, now during Big Deal Days, save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. Plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of a cabinet refacing project used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
We've got your back, road warriors, because we know you're picking up the pace. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're hitting the road. And we're helping you get there with confidence. So skip the counter without missing a beat. Choose any car in the aisle and be the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Fancy Feast. Chef inspired. Cat adored. Every silky broth. Every impeccable pate. Every delicious detail brings you and your cat closer together. Fancy Feast. Love is in the details.
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Right now, school district staff in Sparta are getting a raise, but the district's plan to pay for it is up in the air. We have the details.
And we started off cool, but we are warming up nicely. Hazy sunshine in our forecast today. Headed into the 80s. We'll take a look at a chance of rain tomorrow coming up.
Also, Sauk County Sheriff saying a missing teen there is believed to be testing his survival skills. We have the latest on that and more. It's Saturday, June 17th. I'm Kop Zorski. Kelly Slifka is here for your first warm weather on this Saturday morning. Kelly, how you doing this morning?
Yeah, pretty nice start to our Saturday after the cool start to the morning. We are warming up nicely. We've got lots of sunshine. All the cloud cover is well out to the west. This is where we've had the focus of showers and thunderstorms for the last several days. No exception this morning. Nebraska, Kansas, some of that moving into Iowa and northern parts of Missouri. Minnesota seeing a little bit of rain as well. Unfortunately, our atmosphere is really stable, so these, as they move toward the Badger State, are likely to continue to weaken. Maybe a chance tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up. 59 in Madison, 65 in the Dells, Wautoma at 59, 63 in La Crosse, 65 in Viroqua. Prairie du Chien waking up to 58. So it's warming up nicely. We'll be in the mid 70s at the noon hour, topping out near 80, low 80s expected with hazy sunshine. Some of that smoke may filter out the sun just a little bit. Tonight should be quiet, but watch what happens tomorrow morning as some of those thunderstorms get closer to southwestern areas of the state along the Mississippi River. May head toward the La Crosse area just after sunrise tomorrow. Looks like the Madison area will start out dry, but during the afternoon we'll see another cluster of some showers and storms roll into southwestern Wisconsin. But as they roll toward Madison, a lot of those will weaken, it looks like, going into tomorrow, but at least there's that chance. As you plan your day, just count on some warm temperatures today. Definitely going to be shorts and short sleeve weather. Maybe head to the water hole or maybe to the pool. Temperatures today in the lower 80s in Madison, so it's going to be a nice warm day. We'll talk about that chance of rain in more detail tomorrow and also really heating up next week. Have more on that coming up in 15 minutes.
Thank you so much, Kelly. All staff in the Sparta Area School District will see a significant pay increase this coming academic year, but how the district plans to pay for it is really up in the air. Last month, the school board and Sparta Education Association went back and forth in negotiations before landing on a 5.7% increase to base pay for all district staff. That raise is on top of the existing pay scale that rewards staff for years of service and teaching credits occurred. Superintendent Sam Russ says the district will face tough decisions depending on the next state budget, but says they need to make the wage increase work no matter what.
We may have to put off some capital improvements for another year. We may have to delay this. We may have to delay that. We may have to prioritize some other funding.
Russ says he's not worried about finding the funds to pay for the higher wages because of his confidence in the district's ability to make smart decisions that move them forward. Search efforts for 13-year-old James Yablonski are shifting focus as the Sauk County Sheriff's Office believes the teen is alive and interested in testing his survival skills in the rural woods. They found a second campsite and multiple items since he reportedly left his home at the beginning of the week. Armand Rahman has more from Sauk County.
Sauk County Sheriff's officials have been concentrating their search in Baraboo Bluffs in the area of Stones Pocket Road. And as you can see, the terrain is rough, rocky, and dense, proving very difficult for officers on the ground.
What we've kind of come up with is that he may be trying to avoid us to fulfill his desire to live off the grid.
James's friends, family, and peers have told investigators that might be exactly why he set out in the first place.
We've kind of put together a picture of somebody who has spoken again about this being something that he wanted to try.
After finding a second campsite near Baxter's Hollow with foliage freshly cut to make a rain guard, they believe James was prepared with food, some camping tools, access to water, and multiple survivalist books.
And some of that is what's leading us to believe that the structures that we're finding are probably left by James because they're built in a way that mirrors what was in that book.
Which is why they're scaling back the number of searchers they have on foot, especially after at least 2 officers have sustained injuries.
And that is not a decision that we have made or taken lightly.
Sky High Farm in Baraboo has offered crews 60 to 70 baked goods, coffee, and access to the bluffs. The manager there says he's hiked the area often.
It was interesting. I was talking to a pilot who flew in earlier, and we were talking about how easy it is to get disoriented. I mean, I even get disoriented sometimes.
But while dialing back, officials say they're not stopping their search for James Yablonsky.
We feel like our added presence at this point could continue to just push him further and further away.
As search efforts continue, the Sauk County Sheriff's Office asks members of the public not to try searching for James on their own, rather give any information they may have to Sauk County Dispatch. In Sauk County, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Along with Sky High Orchard, the Sauk County Sheriff's Office thanked multiple local businesses in the community for offering food, transportation, along with veterinary care on scene for their canines. Republicans who control the state legislature are voting to end funding for a pandemic-era child care subsidy program. According to the nonpartisan Legislative Fiscal Bureau, the Child Care Counts program handed out nearly $600 million to more than 4,900 child care providers from March 2020 through March 2023. The Fiscal Bureau says the funding will be exhausted by February of next year. Democrats and child care providers objected to the move, arguing it would be devastating for needy families in the state's economy. Governor Evers proposed making the program permanent using more than $300 million in state money over the next 2 years, but Republicans rejected that proposal. Monona police say they arrested a man this week who tried to hit an officer with a car while fleeing a traffic stop in April. Police stopped the 24-year-old Evansville man on April 26th after they said he was speeding on Monona Drive. When an officer approached the man's driver's side door, police said the man intentionally turned the car towards the officer, nearly hitting him, and drove off. On Thursday, Monona and Elkhorn police were able to locate the man at a home in Elkhorn and took him into custody. Police say charges will be referred to the Dane County District Attorney's office. Still ahead, how to make sure your dad stays healthy this Father's Day. We have that and more in health news when we return.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
We wanted something that was easy to clean and also look good.
All this brand new cabinetry and having it so nice and fresh is fabulous.
From contemporary to classic designs, Mad City Kitchens offers exciting cabinet refacing product lines featuring styles and colors for every home. Plus, added conveniences with soft close doors and drawers, Lazy Susans, and a new kitchen sink. We install in as little as 2 days and ask about our price lock guarantee. Plus now, during big deal days, save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. Plus, the first 50 homeowners who call will receive a vacation voucher with a cabinet refacing purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
You got me.
Tag. You're it. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Announce
Introducing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including 4 Senses House Cleaning for Best Cleaning Service. Vote today for 4 Senses House Cleaning and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Can the flavor of a slow-cooked smoked sausage be so gloriously delicious that the sight of it sizzling makes your taste buds weep? If it's Hillshire Farm, oh, hell yeah.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Like that bottom one off.
I'm on the scene of an explosion.
By the next morning, it had gone out of my account. Scammers have new tricks up their sleeve all the time.
I'm terrified to see his name again next to another little girl's name because nobody loves him.
I'm feeling stressed looking over your shoulder.
Good morning. First one, meteorologist Kelly Slifka. It's 8:40 on this Saturday morning. It started off chilly, but now we're warming up. We've been watching showers and thunderstorms across the plains. They've been dying out, but they will likely fire up again later today. Some of these have the potential of reaching western Wisconsin, it looks like, going into tomorrow morning, at least a few of them. Right now, 59 in Madison, 66 in the Dells, 57 in Janesville, Mineral Point 64, La Crosse 63. Viroqua currently at 67, so we are warming up nicely. Hazy sunshine today as we climb through the upper 70s, headed into the low 80s for most of us. Going to be a nice Saturday for us. Looking at later tonight, some showers and thunderstorms off to our west start to reach the Mississippi River Valley, headed toward the La Crosse area. Waking up tomorrow morning, just after sunrise, could see a brief shower pass through. Then we'll see more development come out of Iowa, southwestern Wisconsin, Grant County, Platteville, Prairie du Chien, Lone Rock. Some of these may try to get in the Madison area, but a lot of those will sort of fizzle, unfortunately. Today, looking at hazy sunshine today with low 80s expected. Winds are light out of the south of Madison up for La Crosse. South winds up there near 10 with temperatures in low 80s. Heating up next week. We'll take a look at those temperatures coming up.
Thank you, Kelly. President Biden is announcing new steps to advance mental health initiatives for young people impacted by gun violence. It is part of the Safer Communities Act, which he signed into law last year. Already, the law has seen $286 million invested in expanding mental health coverage. Officials believe that will lead to 14,000 more mental health professionals in schools. There's also been $1 billion awarded through grants that target high-need districts and $50 million for before and after-school programming. And Father's Day is tomorrow, and as we celebrate the dads and caregivers are in our lives, health experts say it's also a good time to focus on keeping them healthy. Dr. Mitchell Humphreys with Mayo Clinic says pay attention to your prostate. Talk to your doctor about getting prostate-specific antigens or PSA numbers checked to rule out prostate cancer.
A lot of times men think as they get older, just not being able to urinate is part of getting older, but that may reflect something else going on with your prostate.
Prevention is key, Mitchell says, to be proactive with your health in other ways too. Get routine screenings, have your cholesterol checked, and know your vitamin D levels, which can affect things like bone and immune health. The CDC recommends getting at least 7 hours of sleep every night for overall health. New research suggests obesity affects people's brains, plus the FDA takes steps to make tattoos safer. Michael George has some of the week's top health stories in this Midweek report.
The Food and Drug Administration has drafted new guidance on tattoo ink to protect consumers from microorganisms that can cause infections. The FDA is offering recommendations to help manufacturers and distributors identify when ink is contaminated with bacteria or mold, and how to prevent it as well. Since 2003, there have been at least 18 recalls due to microorganisms. Individuals with obesity have a reduced brain response to nutrients in food, and it doesn't improve even after weight loss. That's according to researchers with Amsterdam UMC and Yale University. They found people with obesity release less dopamine in the area of the brain that's important for food intake. That means their brain isn't rewarding them properly to signal they're full or satisfied while eating. And new research from the American Psychological Association finds babies and toddlers who receive high-quality childcare do better in science and math through high school. Scientists say the link is stronger among children from low-income families, and that their finding highlights the importance of raising kids in a supportive, stimulating environment in order to build a strong foundation for success later in life. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And still to come, Zach Hanley has a look at some area sports action. You're taking a live look outside. Kelly has another check of the forecast next.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
If you're stuck between choosing to spend on a vacation or finally updating your kitchen, with Mad City Kitchens, you can do both. Our cabinet refacing services give your kitchen a brand new look in as little as 2 days, with beautiful finishes, including white satin, oak gray, and summer flame. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. But time's running out to call during big deal days. Save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior and military discounts. Last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. And the first 50 homeowners who call and purchase a cabinet refacing project will receive a vacation voucher for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's providing guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side, helping with the important decisions. Not just for your medical care, but for your family's peace of mind. The Lawton Cates team combines experience and genuine compassion because we know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today for a free consultation.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
You were made to act spontaneously. We were made to help plan accordingly.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka on this Saturday morning. But what a beautiful morning so far. We started off fairly chilly for some. Actually dropped in the 40s. But now we're warming up through the 60s, and we'll be well on our way into the lower 80s later today. And we just have a few high, thin cirrus clouds and mainly some smoke from some of the wildfires up in Canada. But you can see the brighter white clouds out to the west in Minnesota and western Iowa. Those are thunderstorms that are popping up, and we'll continue to see these flare up again this afternoon off to our west, and some of them do have the potential of getting into western Wisconsin later tonight going into tomorrow morning, but the chance of widespread rain is pretty slim. Now, we do have some of the smoke around. It's not as thick as what we had last week when basically it blocked out the sun, especially in the morning, but you'll notice a little bit of a whitish tinge to the sky as opposed to the bright blue, and we'll see that mainly aloft, so we don't really expect any kind of respiratory problems or any health issues with that here near the surface, but we'll have to deal with that probably for the rest of the summer because these fires are just all over the place. Right now on our future track, you can see showers and thunderstorms off to the west across the plains. Nebraska, some of those moving into Iowa, parts of Minnesota. This is later this afternoon through this evening. As they get closer to western areas of the state, some of those may creep across the border toward the Cooley region, the La Crosse area, waking up tomorrow morning. And another area of showers and thunderstorms may reach southwestern Wisconsin tomorrow afternoon. Some of those trying to get in the Madison area, but right now it looks like a lot of that's going to fizzle. It's kind of splitting right across the Badger State going into tomorrow for our Father's Day. We had all the severe weather, some of those tornadoes, just devastating tornadoes in Texas and also Florida. It looks like the main threat, the enhanced risk of severe weather, is going to be in Oklahoma into extreme southern parts of Kansas going into this afternoon. Temperatures right now 59 in Madison, 66 in the Dells, it's 63 in La Crosse, Viroqua at 67. Still one of the cooler spots. Well, we've got Lone Rock and Janesville both at 57. Drought monitor. Southern half of the state basically in a moderate drought, and all of the state abnormally dry, and they have even moderate drought conditions up there in northwestern areas of the state as well. So temperatures in the 60s this morning with the hazy sunshine, readings rising through the mid 70s here at the noon hour. As we get in the late afternoon hours, we're talking about temperatures getting close to 80, maybe some low 80s going into the afternoon. So it's going to be a nice warm Saturday for us, definitely warmer than what we had over the last couple of days. Watching some of those showers and storms approach southwestern Wisconsin tomorrow morning. So you're looking at the La Crosse area toward Viroqua up through Winona, Minnesota. Some of those may cross the border, then they kind of weaken. Southern Wisconsin, our chance will come in as we get in the afternoon hours. Platteville area may see a shower. Prairie du Chien over to Mineral Point and Lone Rock. A lot of that does tend to fizzle later in the afternoon as it approaches the Madison area, but that's our chance of rain. That's the only chance really over the next 7 days. Otherwise, Father's Day looks pretty warm as we head in the mid 80s, and we'll continue to warm up in the Madison area, upper 80s, low 90s by Friday and Saturday. Little better chance, at least for now, we have a better chance of some rain by next weekend, Sunday going into Monday. La Crosse, a little bit better of a chance of some showers rolling in tomorrow morning, and then we clear up for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with low 90s and chance of storms next weekend.
Raise your hand if you know a blacksmith. Now keep it up if you know one who is also a professional baseball player. Well, Andrew Banstra found a guy who's both and introduces us to the fastball throwing, steel sharpening baseball blacksmith from Cuba City.
Theo Denlinger can hit 101 on the radar gun. But he's no stranger to heat.
I had all these railroad spikes from the backwoods of Wisconsin. I was like, we need to make a knife.
When he's not pitching in AAA for the Red Sox, he's a blacksmith.
I made a knife, or like a butter knife kind of, from like just a chunk of steel. Like it was nothing before this besides used on the railroad. And I made something from it.
But his first love is baseball. Denlinger pitched his way into Madison College, then on to the Mallards and Bradley University, just to earn the call.
I got the chance to be drafted to the White Sox, and that's all I needed. I just needed that door. I just needed that door to open up, and I was going to come in, and I kicked down the door.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
As Cuba City's only MLB draftee, he grinded his way to get here, and he's still sharpening his skills.
Being from the small town of Cuba City and just showing people, like, it is possible. It doesn't matter where you come from.
With his journey to the big leagues just getting started, Denlinger's pretty sure he's got an ironclad backup plan.
Usually in the off season, I teach baseball lessons and I blacksmith. But last year, I made more money from blacksmithing than I did from baseball lessons. So I think I might just become a full-time blacksmith in the off season.
While he continues to forge his path on the mound. In Cuba City, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
After a day off, the Brewers back at the ballpark hosting the NL Central leading Pirates, and it was a good first inning for the crew. Already up 1-0, Blake Perkins drops one into the gap for a 2 RBI single to make it 3-0 the home team. 6th inning, it's 4-2, and Joey Wiemer makes that ball go whee with the solo shot to right. Brewers hold on to win for a 5-4 final score. They're back in first place of the division. And the Lodi girls soccer team's historic season came to an end in the Division IV state semifinals. The Blue Devils fell to the Rockets of Cedar Grove, Belgium, 3-1. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
And coming up next, it's National Eat Your Vegetables Day. Some ideas on how you can spend the day. That's next.
Introducing Feli's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Perfect for gifts, home, or business. Enjoy a custom-made planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Price pinch? Give it the hammer. Workload overload? Give it the hammer. When times get tough, the tough, give it the hammer. Arm & Hammer, more power to you.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. I went to Angie and typed in pool,
water heater,
cleaners, garage,
interior painting, exterior painting.
For whatever project you need, there's an option. Oh, I have another project. Let me try this.
Get started at Angie.com today.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 24th and 25th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 24th and 25th in Spring Green.
We talking about cash backing. Not a game. Not a game.
We talking about cash back.
We talking about cash backing.
We're not talking about practice.
No. We talking about cash backing.
We talking about cash back.
We talking about cash back. Not a game.
We've been talking about practice for too long. Word.
No practice. We talking about cash backing.
We talking about cash back.
I mean, we not talking about a game. Cash back like a pro with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Rider chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Introducing Feli's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Perfect for gifts, home, or business. Enjoy a custom-made planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9.
And finally this morning, if you're not a fan of vegetables, today is a good day to maybe give them a try. That's because it's National Eat Your Vegetables Day. Veggies are very good for your health with many different recipes that you can incorporate into your diet. So whether you're digging into your favorite salad or trying kale for the first time, today is all about finishing the most colorful things on your plate.
You know what? That's a tomato. That's a fruit.
I don't know about that.
It is. Look it up.
Okay.
Anyway, both of them, fruits and vegetables. Get your daily dose of those.
Yes, for sure. Anyway, Kelly, let's get one more final check of this forecast.
Well, tomatoes are starting to come out now. I know I've seen a lot of them at the farmer's market, and if you're heading down the farmer's market this morning, should be a good day to be out there. Temperatures already near 70 here in the next hour or so. Just some smoke from the wildfires, a little bit of haze out there in the upper levels, not going to be down near the surface, so no problems for your health. Temperatures in the lower 80s this afternoon, so it's going to be a warm day, quiet. Showers and storms fire up across Minnesota and Iowa. Some of those may reach the La Crosse area, waking up in the morning, Viroqua. Then during the afternoon in Grant County, Prairie du Chien, Platteville, over toward Mineral Point and Lone Rock in the morning hours. Some of those may move into the Madison area. Chances are pretty slim. Madison, we're talking about 80s and really heating up next week. Better chance of rain next weekend. La Crosse, a little bit better of a chance of a shower tomorrow morning. And then we're back in the 90s much of the week. Better chance of rain next weekend as well.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, folks.